The powers and forces behind the gravitic flux are difficult to explain. That being said, I must be in a state of deep concentration in order to wield this power. So yes, in layman's terms, gravitic flux could be considered just deeply concentrated vibe. How dare you poke fun at the psychological damage that I suffered? However, yes, that music does still come and go. I believe the universe is speaking to me, and I will decipher its message. The universe sings, and I listen. I am personally a fan of Moira and advocate her work. Her cutting-edge research in the field of genetics and genetic engineering is truly remarkable. While I discover the inner workings of the universe, Moira will surely discover the inner workings of the most complicated machine and computer we have ever encountered, the human body and mind. Perhaps one day we can work together. I am a big fan of thin rye crackers with slices of Gouda as a snack. I crunch the crackers while wiggling my toes, and it allows my brain to function optimally. Humanity would thrive. Try doing your schoolwork or work duties, or even try playing Overwatch barefoot. When stressed or stuck on a particular problem, wiggle your toes and feel the air between them. A sense of calm will take over. Let it control you. Your toes will guide you. Deep breaths, toe wiggles. Listen to Chopin. Everything will be clear. My colleagues, while certainly less brilliant than me, are helpful when I need them to be. They understand the requirements of my research and acknowledge and celebrate that our discoveries will change the course of history. We are an effective team together, and I appreciate their help. Why would you choose a hero who requires close contact in order to be effective? Why would you choose a hero whose ultimate ability can be blocked? And imagine having your shield be attached to your arm. I can do everything Reinhardt can do, but more safely. And lastly, I am Dutch, and he is German. Need I say more? Hello, Nathaniel Jones. I am flattered, though I must reject your advances, as I am not currently interested in a relationship. I solely love physics and power. I'm also a polygamist, as monogamy is an outdated practice. Perhaps slide into my DMs if you can objectively prove that you are able to contribute to my scientific empire. Until then, thank you, but no thank you. You must speak the language of those you are communicating with in order for your message to be understood. Astrophysics textbooks, while enlightening, are difficult to comprehend and absorb, and much of humanity is ignorant towards scientific developments that benefit them. It is not my job to enlighten others, as this curiosity must come from within. Also, throwing rocks at things is fun. I'm only human after all. After having harnessed gravity, concepts as simple as clones do not surprise me. He is as handsome as a prince and a worthy opponent. You must remember that no matter which team ends up victorious, Sigma wins. While I personally consider it more of a crown, it is a helmet that affords me more control over my powers. Harnessing gravity takes its toll on the human body, and as such, tools and methodologies must be developed in order to minimize this detrimental impact. The helmet helps. Admittedly, it was not my decision to join Talon per se. Talon infiltrated the facility that I was quarantined in after my accident and recruited me. Thanks to them, I have slowly gained more control over my powers. Talon saved me. They fostered an environment in which I was able to recover and flourish. I owe Talon everything. How dare you assume that a simple primate is more intelligent than the brilliant astrophysicist that managed to harness gravity? Winston may be more curious about the world around us, but in terms of raw intelligence, I consider him a mere amoeba. While I discover the secrets and treasures of the universe, Winston sits around eating peanut butter and bananas. And have you seen his temper? Such a level of sheer rage demonstrates a level of immaturity that I will not entertain. Gorillas are simply unable to climb walls. They are good climbers. Perhaps when Blizzard Activision releases a jungle map, you will be able to see the extent of Winston's true movement abilities. Unfortunately for Winston, he is still a plebeian who must follow the laws of gravity. Normal brains are pinkish-gray due to the blood cells being transported through them. Science tells us that infrared electromagnetic radiation has a longer wavelength and as such a lower energy level than ultraviolet or UV radiation. With gravity no longer compressing my body and brain, it allows the degree of blood flow to increase, thus increasing its kinetic energy, such that the blood develops a slightly bluish color, which while hidden in my veins is not very noticeable, has its most obvious visual effects on my brain, where blood collects and pools for longer periods of time. Just like subatomic particles travel at their maximum potential velocity through a vacuum, the fewer external forces exerted on our circulatory system leads to the blood's slight blue shift or an increase in its energy.